Have you ever felt like you're too much and still not enough? Like no matter how hard you work, how much you achieve, you're still falling short of being truly seen, truly wanted, especially by the kind of man you actually want. The man who is grounded, who knows who he is, who doesn't get intimidated easily. And yet, something deep inside you whispers, why would he choose me? If that sounds familiar, I want you to stay with me. Because what if the very thing you think disqualifies you is exactly what makes you magnetic to him? Let me tell you a story. It's not dramatic. It doesn't start with a big bang. It starts in silence. In that quiet place inside where I used to feel like I was behind, like I needed to prove something. Like I needed to earn my place beside someone powerful. I didn't have a business. I wasn't building an empire. I wasn't standing on some grand stage. And so I thought, maybe I'm not the kind of woman a stable, successful man would choose. I thought I needed more credentials, more drive, more visible results. But what I really needed was to come home to myself, to stop performing, to stop overcompensating, to stop looking for validation outside of me. Because here's what I've learned. The men who are truly rooted in themselves are not looking for a resume. They're looking for presence, for someone who can meet them heart to heart, who isn't trying to compete or prove but can simply be, not because she's passive, but because she's powerful in a different way, a quieter way, a way that says, I know who I am, and I don't need to shout it. There is a kind of feminine energy that doesn't hustle to be chosen, because it already knows its worth. It doesn't dominate, but it also doesn't shrink. It stands, softly, gracefully, fully. And believe me, a man who has already fought his battles, made his money, seen the world, he's not looking for another war. He's looking for peace, for truth, for warmth, for a woman who knows how to receive, how to connect. And that woman is you, not the one who's trying to be perfect, not the one performing, but the one underneath, the one who feels deeply, who listens, who nurtures, who creates connection not through noise, but through presence. So if you've ever thought, I'm not enough because I don't have a business, or I'm too much because I feel so deeply, I want you to know, you are exactly enough. You're not behind. You're not late. You're not lacking. You're just being called into a different kind of strength. Not the strength of hustle, but the strength of softness, of showing up real, without the armor. And yes, I know that takes courage, because so many of us were taught. To be lovable, you must be impressive. To be valued, you must produce. To be safe, you must be in control. But here's the truth. You don't have to impress the right man. You just have to let him see you. Let him see your stillness. Let him feel your depth. Let him into the space where you're no longer trying to earn love, but simply allow it. Because real partnership isn't about status. It's about resonance. And your resonance is already there. The feminine woman knows this. She doesn't compete with masculine energy. She complements it. She inspires it. She helps it soften. She doesn't need to overpower it. She partners with it. So many of us have learned to lead, to push, to control, to manage everything on our own. We became warriors because we had to, because no one else showed up, because life demanded it. But somewhere along the way, we forgot how to soften. And we started to believe that softening meant becoming small. But that's not true. Softness is not weakness. It's a different kind of power. It's the power of being able to surrender and still feel safe. The power to open your heart without losing yourself. The power to trust. You don't need to do more to be loved. You just need to be you. The version of you that isn't trying to be perfect, but is willing to be present. This is what makes you a powerful partner to a stable man. Not your business card, not your achievements, not your independence, but your essence, your capacity to see him, to welcome him, to inspire him to rest in your presence, not compete with it. Because here's what no one tells you. The kind of man you want, the one who is grounded, emotionally safe, successful, masculine, generous, he is also looking for someone safe, someone real, someone who doesn't want to win over him, but walk beside him. He doesn't need you to build his empire. He needs you to build a home with him, one filled with connection, emotional intimacy, peace. You can be that woman, not by becoming someone else, but by unbecoming the version of you that was just trying to survive. And here is something else. You're not supposed to have it all figured out before love arrives. Sometimes love is the path that helps you heal, that helps you bloom, that holds space for all the parts you've hidden away. Your tenderness, your uncertainty, even your fear. A good man won't shame you for being real. He'll respect you for it. So if your heart is craving this shift, from striving to receiving, from control to trust, from battle to belonging, you are not alone. You are worthy now. You are radiant now. You are a whole woman now. We are walking this path together, learning to let go of the story that says we must do to be worthy, and instead, remembering that we already are. That who we are, in our softness, our slowness, our wholeness, is not just enough. It's irresistible. If this message touched something in you, hit subscribe and join this circle of women waking up to their true essence. Leave a comment if you've ever felt like you had to be more just to be loved. And share this with a sister who's forgotten her magic. We're not here to hustle for love. We're here to remember it. Together. From warrior to divine.